What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Noles will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game...
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
That's a great example of the defense there, tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Grabbed over the middle, it's McCoy. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. Fires it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Livingston. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Using his legs, it's ball. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Lagway. They get to him as he throws. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
The QB did a great job hanging in the pocket, showing great toughness. But I will tell you this, that offensive coordinator ain't happy. You don't want to see those hits continue to pile up on his QB.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Throws to the wideout. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And that's what we players call a 7 route. That receiver ran it beautifully.
The Gators are threatening on first and goal. Quickly complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Grabbed in the middle, it's Webster. A 7-yard pickup, it'll be second and 3. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Gonna swing it on second down. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Fires downfield. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Seminoles will snap it on first and 10. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, dope was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2, and now facing first and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Got it in the middle, it's Pittman. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Touchdown, Knowles! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing it that ball would just trickle into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. The Gators get enough for the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
To the air, it's Flagway. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And on a corner route like that, the ball's got to come out quickly. That football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to get it out quick. You got to put enough air under the football so your receiver can locate it. Nice job executing between these two.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Takes his shot. He makes a catch. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. And the Noles will hustle to the line. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. He's going for it all. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick six, but he'll be stopped at the 31.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive. He should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Snagged in the middle. It's Livingston. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire play.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Still looking, on the move. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Wide open spaces. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
The corner route will always be one of those staple routes versus zone. So if you see zone, it's a great job by the wide receiver pushing vertically. You see him threaten that safety, and then you break off to the sideline where it's really hard for that corner to get back in the play.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Moving away from pressure. Creates a little room. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, it's a great individual effort by him, but boy, oh boy, it came at a cost. He was able to go out and get some positive yards and make something happen for his offense, but did you see the hit he just took? I don't know if he can take too many more of those.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's White. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That defense getting back there. He'll lose a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to throw. It's Lagway. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He uncorks a bullet to the right. What a play by this defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. Makes the grab down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Look out, he's got room. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Into the right, complete. Pick up the 1st.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to the well. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
That's got it. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
Well, it was a great effort throwing to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision time. 4th, you're very close to the goal line. You've got this running back in the backfield. What do?
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field is Castellanos. With the catch, it's Williams. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Second and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Quarterback now breaking the field. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Stumbled to the ground. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Florida State!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory. He might have a question or two to answer about that decision. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get it done.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Running free. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the
sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's White. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To throw, it's Castellanos. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Working that left side. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And the Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Gets rid of it. Trying to barrel in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. That That leaves him with a tough fourth down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're at.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the fourth quarter.
He'll set up to throw. And he's got it. A late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight, of hope.
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Now they'll run it to the right here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. They took it right down to the wire, final game of the season, but they